All right, ladies and gentlemen, today I'll be kind enough to share with you 3 principles or money habits that I normally use personally as John, just to make sure that I don't go broke, or to make sure that I always have some financial security in case things go wrong, or in case the unexpected happens, or just to cover the risk or the uncertainties that may arise in future. And ladies and gentlemen, it goes without saying that these 3 principles have proved to me to be one of the best money habits that one can adapt when it comes to the financial journey. And today I'll be kind enough, ladies and gentlemen, to share with you these 3 principles in case you don't know what to do, just to make sure that you don't go broke with the little income that you earn, from 10,000 to whatever amount that you're earning, just to make sure that you have some financial security. I'll be kind enough to share with you these 3 principles. And if you watch this video to the end, it's going to help you a lot. Now, before I dive deeper into these 3 principles, I want to say that if you're seeing me for the first time, my name is John Mweri. I'm a professional accountant with Xfinop Accountancy and Insurance Consultancy. And I normally come here to talk about investments and businesses, all right? And for those who have been watching my videos, I hope that you have learned a lot of things from me, and you've gained a lot of knowledge and principles that you can apply on the ground to make sure that you have improved your personal financial journey. Now, if you're watching this video from YouTube, make sure you subscribe, give me a like on this particular video, put a comment on the comment section so that I can know what you're thinking. And of course, make sure you turn on the notification bell so that anytime I upload a video, you're the first person to get it. Now, if you're watching this same video from TikTok, make sure you follow me, give me a like, and a comment on the comment section. All right, now, without wasting any more time, let me go deeper and dive into these 3 principles. Number 1, just to make sure that I don't go broke. This is crazy. I normally make sure that I don't save less than what I pay rent. That is the first principle that I told myself. John, I sat down and put a principle and said, I will never save less than what I pay rent. So what do I mean here? For example, we normally operate under the rule of 50 is to 30 is to 20, whereby we said 50% goes to our basic needs, 30% goes to our wants, and 20% is our savings. Now, assuming that we normally save 20%, of course, I said this rule does not apply to everybody. There are some people who, because we have different financial needs and we have different financial capabilities, so you can adjust this rule depending on how you feel it can be, but just make sure that you save something, you enjoy yourself, and then you can be able to satisfy your basic needs. Now, assuming that you have a net income, assuming that you have a net income of 100K, it means you are saving 20% times 100K times 100K. This is around this is 20,000. 0.20 times 100. This is 20,000. 20,000. Then it means I am not going to the money I give to landlord. The money I give to landlord, if things go worse, then it should be equal to or less than this. Then, so it means landlord should be given 15% to 20%. This is my principle. It doesn't have necessarily to be yours. No, this is my own principle. I just said that I want to share with you this principle to see whether you can also apply the same. Now, it means landlord, if I take 15% times 100K, this one is equivalent to what? 0.15 times 100. This is 15,000. 15,000. Then I can decide to pay rent 15,000 and save 20,000. Or I can decide to pay rent 18,000 or pay and save 20,000. Or I can also decide to give landlord 20,000, but I make sure that I have saved 20,000. But the rule is there is no single time I will pay landlord more than what I save. Because remember what we normally say, why should you pay someone a lot of money, and when it comes to paying yourself, you are paying yourself less money than what you pay to others? Actually, I normally say that if it were possible, let me just first of all rub this. Acha kwanza nifute hii. If it was possible that you have calculated the level of your income, for example, to be like a net of 200k. If it were possible to make expenditure is equals to savings. What do I mean here? That the amount of money you spend per month is equals to the amount you save in that particular month. For example, if you are earning 200,000, for example, if you spend 50k, if your 50k is that is rent, whatever, and other basic needs, then you make sure you also save 50k. If it was possible, that's what I mean, if it was possible. But remember, sometimes it is not possible because because of different financial capabilities and so on and so on, and what we entails life, because there are other things to achieve. Probably you have some loan that you are paying, and it becomes so much impossible to make sure that the expenditure is equals to savings. If you save 100,000, then it means you are using 100,000. There are people who normally do that. It's one of the principles that you can adapt to make sure that if I spend 100k, then I'm going to save 100,000. If I spend 200k, then I'm going to save 200k. It means you are just depending on the level of your income, and you don't have to press yourself so much. I just said if it was possible, then I could do something like that, right? That was the first principle. Ladies and gentlemen, the second principle that I normally use, me as John, just to make sure that I have some money in my pocket anytime, is paying myself first. Paying myself first. That is the second principle that I normally use. I said, anytime I receive some income, be it salary, be it whatever kind of an income that I receive, income from business or whatever kind of an income, I will always put 20% first aside and invest it without thinking whether I'm paying rent or anything else. That is what we call paying yourself first. But remember, ladies and gentlemen, it's not just removing 20% from your income. It is making sure that that 20%, you have put it somewhere that is going to give you some passive income for the time being, before you accumulate the money and decide to start a small business. That is the second principle, and you can also use this principle. If you don't pay yourself first, then you are not practicing good financial habits, because there is no way that you are going to pay everybody else and then forget about yourself. You are the one who is earning. You are the one who is sweating. You are the one who is going through a lot of problems to earn that particular money. Then it means when that money lands into your hands, of course, Kasongo takes first. When it lands to your hand, whatever lands to your hands, then to make sure that you should always put something aside for yourself, then distribute the rest to the other people. Number three principle, that principle that I normally use just to make sure that I have some money, is I operate with a budget. All right. I'm not going to talk about this because I have talked about operating with a budget for so long, so many times, and I have explained this so many times. So you know what is a budget, you know what entails a budget, you know what is the importance of a budget. I'm not going to go deeper into this, ladies and gentlemen, but that is my principle. Everything, even hata kama ni ile sweet ya 10 bob, it is always in my budget, and my budget is always adjusted each and every month, because expenditure is not going to be the same each and every month. So I adjust my budget just to make sure that I have included all my expenditure there. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is what I had today. If you feel this is helpful to you, you can also do that. Thank you so much and have a nice time. See you in my next video.